I'm Ashlyn, this is my husband Zach and Sierra, and we're traveling A to Z. Join us this week as we go explore the top things to do in Monterey, California.
This is Cannery Row. In the early 1900s, this area was made for canning sardines that were caught off the coast, and after the sardine population was depleted, they closed down the area and turned it into a tourist area and an aquarium.
Cannery Row is a street set along the Monterey Bay National Marine Sanctuary in Monterey, California. The waterfront district is named for the 1945 John Steinbeck novel Cannery Row. Steinbeck's Cannery Row took inspiration from the people and the place of Monterey's Ocean View Avenue, where canneries processed nearly 250,000 tons of sardines in 1945 alone. You could download the Cannery Row new mobile app, and it talks about the different Cannery Row businesses, along with a self-guided walking tour that brings history to life with 27 informational displays, all within walking distance. As you walk along the streets, there's a lot of different restaurants and shops to visit. Monterey Bay Aquarium is on the ocean front of Monterey Bay at the end of Cannery Row. The aquarium is known for its regional focus on the marine habitats of Monterey Bay, and it was the first to exhibit a living kelp forest when it opened in 1984. The aquarium displays 35,000 animals belonging to over 550 species. The kelp forest exhibit is nearly 3 stories high and is the first successful attempt to maintain a living kelp forest in an artificial setting. It is 28 feet tall and 65 feet long.
So the divers, they're doing the kelp right now because it grows 14 inches a day, so they have to chop it down so it doesn't overgrow.
The kelp forest display uses direct sunlight, natural seawater from Monterey Bay, and a surge machine that replicates California's pulsing water currents.
Look at all the pylons. How pretty those are.
They have a coastal wetland exhibit that showcases different birds.
Look at the birds. Yeah, you see the birds? Right there, there's a bird.
The aquarium holds 2.3 million U.S. gallons, or 8,700,000 liters of water. The Splash Zone is a special family-focused area within Monterey Bay Aquarium. It has more than 45 interactive exhibits and a fun 40-foot touch pool.
How beautiful. Look at the clownfish. It's like a Finding Nemo. See all the penguins?
In this area, there's also something called Coral Babies, which is for infants and toddlers, and it's an exhibit that allows a safe place for babies to crawl on their knees, lay on their backs, explore, touch colorful objects at eye level, and play on a waterbed.
We're sitting in a clam. Yeah, we like that, huh? It's fun.
Did you have fun at the Monterey Bay Aquarium?
The Fisherman's Wharf is a historic wharf in Monterey, California. The wharf was built by the Pacific Coast Steamship Company in 1870 for the loading and unloading of passengers and goods. It was used as an active wholesale fish market into the 1960s. The wharf eventually became a tourist attraction as commercial fishing tapered off in the area. It now has a lot of gift shops and restaurants. Near the old Fisherman's Wharf, there is a new Fisherman's Wharf and a boat dock.
Coastal Trail. Monterey Bay Coastal Trail goes 18 miles along the coast and through the part of the city of Monterey. It's gorgeous. It's fun. You could walk, you could bike. Monterey Bay is a national marine sanctuary, so it's protected and it's pretty. You definitely have some gorgeous ocean views.
Look at all the harbor seals just hanging out, sunbathing on the rocks. At one time during California's Mexico era, the Monterey Custom House presided over Mexico's only port of entry on the coast of California. The Custom House is California's first registered state historic landmark and is the oldest public building on the West Coast. Monterey's Path of History is a 2-mile walk that you can discover some of California's most historic homes, buildings, and beautiful gardens. A self-guided mobile phone tour is available for free, and you can follow the yellow tile markers and discover the Monterey State Historic Park. There are a few historic house tours available a few times throughout the week. Tickets are $10 per adult and free for those under 18. The Custom House is regularly open to the public and is set up to resemble what could have been found in the Custom House during Monterey's Mexican era from 1821 to 1846. It is also the home of a gift shop. Monterey Bay has some of the best diving around. San Carlos Beach offers an easy entry beach dive along with amenities including 2 dive shops within walking distance, plenty of parking, bathrooms, and showers. The San Carlos Beach is home to a large colony of playful sea lions. They also have a lot of anemones, octopus, sand dollars, lots of fish, jellyfish, and kelp. This is a great place to dive and is great for beginners. Elkhorn Slough is one of California's largest coastal salt marshes and provides habitat for diversity of birds, plants, marine animals, and fish.
We're at Elkhorn Slough, and that's it. That's the slough.
This is a preserve that is between Santa Cruz and Monterey, and it's supposed to be preserved for the birds, and it has a lot of estuaries.
The Elkhorn Slough Reserve is one of 30 national estuaries. At the reserve, you can enjoy 5 miles of hiking trails, kayaking, and birdwatching.
We're hiking out to the overlook, and it's the king tide, so it's a 6-foot tide, which is higher than normal 5-foot tide. And apparently, when it gets that deep, that happens.
Typically, this is a 2-mile trail that goes in a loop, and then there's a bridge that connects one side to the other. It is underwater because of the king tide also. So now we have to walk back the way we came from. So our 2-mile loop is now more of a almost 4-mile loop. You can see the bridge. It's pretty though.
We're at the top
Of the second loop. So this part of the loop is called 5 Fingers Loop. The other one was the South Loop. This is like a 1.1-mile loop that we picked up as we were heading up the hill from the other loop. And off of this loop, there is the Parsons Slough Overlook. It's pretty.
I hope you enjoyed seeing some of the top stops around Monterey Bay. Please subscribe below to follow more of our adventures.